Well, this show has done it again. I don't even understand how every episode ending can be so freaking epic. It seems like every episode they top the episode before. We only have 2 episodes left, 1 episode in the finale, so what can even possibly happen in these episodes? I know they're going to be crazy good. So Wes spends most of this episode trying to put the pieces together about his mother's death and to try to figure out if he was a part of it, and he's talking to this therapist who's pretty much saying, I don't think you did it, and trying to help him work through all of this. So we go back 10 years in the past, dealing with his mother and the situation that she was in, and Eve pretends to be part of ICE to tell Rose that she's going to get deported if she doesn't go and testify. Now, this is all a setup from Annalise because they want to kind of scare her into testifying, so she agrees that she will do it. Bonnie is so shady in this episode. What is up with this woman? I don't trust her at all, but she's eavesdropping on Frank and Laurel having a conversation, and she learns, I think for the very first time, that Frank killed Lila. Of course, as I thought, Laurel doesn't want to have anything to do with Sam, but Bonnie just gets shadier from here. So another video surfaces. They all think it's Philip blackmailing them. I still say Philip's not the villain in this story, but I want to know who you think is sending them these videos. Now, this video is a video of Caleb and Michaela kissing outside of the mansion. Now, I think that this person who's blackmailing them could possibly have someone helping them. So I really still think that Caleb is a villain here, so maybe someone was helping him by filming the video. Love to hear your thoughts below. So Annalise talks to the district attorney back in present day, and she's asking for immunity for everything that has been sent in those blackmail videos the night that Sinclair was murdered, and he was like, okay, but anything that surfaces after, I can't give you immunity for. So we learned that Annalise's baby was supposed to be a boy. But we are going to learn next week what happens with that baby, because obviously that baby, that child who would be 10 now, is not a part of her life. We don't know if it died, she gave it up, what the heck happened? What do you think happened to her baby? I'd love to hear what you think about that. So Connor is claiming still that he's leaving, that he's going to apply to Stanford. He's not sure if he will get in. I still think he's going nowhere, but I'm just wondering what is up with all that. Now, in our live chat that we had today, by the way, I have How to Get Away with Murder live chats every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern on my channel. Some people think that Connor and Oliver may be working together behind all of these blackmail emails. What do you guys think about that? I still love my idea from last week that Oliver has a sinister role in this just because he's so innocent. We all love him. He would be the perfect person to provide a twist for this story. So let's go back into the past with Wes's mom. She decides she's got to run away to get away from the situation. She's not going to testify. She takes Wes with her. They pack a few things. But at a stoplight, he gets out of the car and races back to the apartment. So then in a series of flashbacks, we see that she gets there before him and she's waiting on him. Crazy, crazy scene. And so here's what happens. And one of the most graphic things that they've had on the show, Annalise shows up before Wes gets there. She's like, look, you have to testify. This is so important. Bad things are going to happen if you don't. And she's trying to say, Rose is saying, Mr. Mahoney, her boss, you don't know what this man is capable of. So here's more of the story that we just don't have. We don't know what he's possibly done to her in the past or what's going on with him. I still have the idea that possibly he could be Wes's father. Then she is the one who, yes, she commits suicide. She goes over to the sink. She stabs herself in the neck with a kitchen knife. It's a scene that goes on forever as she's laying there convulsing on the floor. It is so dramatic. But at that time, it seems like Annalise is, so stressed out that something is happening with her and her baby. So it seems like something's going wrong with that as well. And so she hears someone coming, so Annalise leaves, and then it's Wes who comes to find his mom in that condition. And how terrifying for a child to find this. And he does put the knife in his hand because he removes the knife from his mom's neck, and he's actually blocked this memory out. He only remembers the knife part but doesn't remember that she was the one who killed herself, that he didn't do it. Oh my gosh, just what a crazy dramatic scene. So Laurel finally tells Frank she's done with him. She can't be with him. He killed an innocent girl. Maybe he killed other people. He tells her he loves her, which I know is sincere because, he does. And he thinks by revealing one of his darkest secrets, he's saying, I care about you. Let me tell you something deep and dark about me I wouldn't tell anybody else. But she's like, no, I don't love you. Now, I really do think she does love him. But at this point, she is so just horrified by what he has told her, that she doesn't want to be around him anymore. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him. But we learned that Bonnie has been recording them, like on a little recording device, just recording their audio, which, what do you think is up with that? I mean, that is so, so shady. It makes me angry. So our other big scene that's happening at the time that Wes's mom is killing herself is Annalise trying to track down Wes, because Laurel has said several times, like, he's going to do something crazy or he's going to be in danger. You need to go find him. So she goes to his apartment and she thinks that someone is in there because the light is on. So she writes a note, puts it under there. It looks like someone has grabbed that note and unlocked the door. So she goes in. She seems to think someone's in the bedroom, so she goes over by that door and is getting ready to open it. But then her phone rings, and it's Eve who says that he's in the lobby of where she lives. So at that point, she's like, call 911, call 911, only 2 ones there, because she knows that someone else is in Wes's apartment. And about that time, Philip comes out from under the bed, grabs her legs, and pulls her under. The ending was spectacular. To be honest, watching that scene of her in the apartment, I was only halfway watching. I was trying to hide behind my hands because I was so frightened. I knew someone other than Wes was in there and they were going to try to hurt her. Now, even though Philip was under there and looks super, super guilty, I still think maybe he has an explanation for that. Maybe he was being blackmailed. Maybe someone told him to go there. Maybe he thinks Annalise is blackmailing him. Maybe he's receiving threats. I don't know. I still don't think he's our main villain here. I still think Caleb is one of the villains. My other theory on all of this is that perhaps Mr. Mahoney was so upset because his son went to prison because Rose never testified that he has come back now to get revenge. And maybe he is part of all of this, trying to get revenge on Annalise, trying to get revenge on Wes for all the stuff that happened 10 years ago. And maybe his son had a bunch of complications from his time in jail. I really don't know, but I think it would be nice to tie all of that together. So again, I would love to hear your thoughts on any of the things I discussed in this video and any of your thoughts on the episode and how they're going to wrap all of this up. If you are new here or if you've watched for a while and just haven't subscribed, it would help me out so much if you would subscribe and hit like on this video. I would absolutely love that. I love your support, and thank you so much for watching this episode of Kellie TV. Bye, guys.